You are rich. Oh yeah. The problem is no one ever told you. Or you've only wanted to be wealthy, abundant, or rich. But your whole life you've been told that you're broke, you're poor, that you don't have anything. Your parents probably told you, we don't have money for that. What are you doing? That's nice. Keep walking. You can afford that. What a joke. No, people like us don't have money. Look where we were born. Your whole family is struggling. Who do you think you are wanting that, to buy that, to be that, to go there? No, no, no. You need to get back to reality. Everybody has to work hard for their money. Everybody has to earn it. There's no free lunch. Nothing in life is free. Life is a struggle. Get used to it. This is how things are. Only those people over there have money. Only those people were born with a silver spoon in their mouth or a gold spoon in their mouth. Only they get to do those things. That's who they are. The rest of us, we all get to work hard and struggle. That's what most people think, and that can't be the farthest thing from the truth. The fact, the only truth is that you are abundant. You were born into wealth. You were born into everything that you can want. But here's the catch. You think everything's separate and outside of you, and that you got to go chase it like a carrot. You have to go fetch it. You have to exchange. You have to give something to get something. And that is what you've learned since you were little. How the hell, if that's all you've only known, how the hell could you even sit here and listen to me tell you that you are rich, that you're wealthy, that you're abundant, that you have it all? That's why you come across this YouTube channel or videos or content talking about how you are wealthy, that it's all within you, and you think it's all a bunch of blah blah and it's a bunch of BS. What's the catch? What course are you trying to sell me? What are you trying to make me do? You just want my money. That's all you want. Of course you would think like that when you were brought up thinking that you're poor and that you're struggling and that you have to work hard to do things. I get it. I grew up in a family where my stepfather only talked about the Great Depression. He was an ancient. He survived the Great Depression. He had a million stories about he worked for the plumbers union in Massachusetts and how his whole family survived the Great Depression and everything that they had to do. And then he had his big story about how hard things were. So I get it. You will hear these stories from your parents, from your loved ones, from family, from history books. You'll hear it on the news about struggling, the recession, the economy. You will hear about how tough it is and that people don't have that kind of money right now. You'll hear people's struggle stories because that is what they've been told. That is what they continue to be told. It goes from your parents telling you, to the schools telling you, to the news telling you, to politicians telling you. You keep hearing the same story, but yet you come across the rosy life and you're hearing that you're rich. Come on. I get it. That's why you are like feeling like this is impossible to even fathom. I'm here to tell you that I too used to feel that way. I too thought everything was just like a scam to get my money, or that someone was trying to pull a fast one on me, because how can anything just be that easy? Well, my friends, life is actually supposed to be free and easy for all of us. That's how it was set up. We weren't here to starve, to struggle. However, because we do have free will, we can believe anything we want to. That's the beauty of free will, is that we can believe in anything we want to, including poverty, struggle, working hard, having to prove yourself in competition. All of those things keep you trapped. The bigger things that keep you trapped is you listening to what other people tell you. I was talking to my son's roommate, and he was talking about how he would love to get into car sales. And I said, do it. Do it. I said, but I'm going to tell you right now that if you want to do it because you'll think it's fun to do anyway. And do it knowing very well that everyone around you is going to tell you that the market's bad. No one's buying cars, that the car economy is bad, that everything's overpriced, that interest rates are too high, that people can't get loans, that people are going to struggle, that people don't trust car salesmen. You're going to hear the other salesmen say they've had a hard time, that good luck, Chuck, took them 6 months to even get rolling. You're going to hear all kinds of stories. I said, and you know what you got to do? You got to go in there with your energetic earplugs and not give two shits what anybody else is thinking. You got to go in there focused and decisive that you will sell cars no matter what is happening, that you'll be that guy. You'll be that one that will sell the cars, because everybody that comes in that store will know who to go to. Why? Because of your energy, what you are, who you're being. People will want to come work with you because of who you're being, because of your confidence in yourself, because you know that there is no issue, that if someone wants a car, that you're there to sell it to them, that they have the money to buy the car. Let's do that. These people have the money to buy the car, and that you're going to sell it to them very happily. Do you see? So it's not just you, but the way that you view the world. If you view the world as poverty-stricken and recessions and global economies, and you're glued to what everybody else is saying, and that people are saying, oh, the interest rate, oh, the price of milk is so expensive, oh, that's so expensive, I can't believe how much they charge for this. That's going to be your life, because that's what you're focused on. It's that easy. So let's get back to your abundance, your wealth. Whatever you are seeing yourself as, whatever you're identifying yourself as, that is what you're going to experience. But you're so used to being the version of you that struggles for money, that has to work hard for money, that has to see the impossible. You don't even have an idea of what it would be like for you to have money. After this video, I promise you, you will shift out of that. You will shift out of feeling like it's impossible to it's at least possible. And that's all it takes for you to begin somewhere, for you to go within and see yourself as somebody that has the possibility to be wealthy, to have money, to have it consistently coming into your experience. I remember watching this girl a while ago on TikTok, and she was talking about her experience as a flight attendant and how she was more like complaining about first class versus economy passengers, and the pros and cons of both, and blah blah blah. But it did remind me of when I was a flight attendant. I was a flight attendant for years for Pan Am and then for Delta. And my experience of both economy and first class, and there was business class with Pan Am too, was very different. It was a whole different vibe. And what I want you guys, as I'm sharing this story, is I want you to catch the vibe, the overall sense of what it feels like to just know that you have money. When I worked in economy, people had a thirsty vibe. They were complaining about how much their ticket costs, complaining about how much legroom they have, complaining about how much there's not enough overhead bin, complaining about all the fees that they were charged, complaining about who's sitting next to them, hoping that they get an empty middle seat next to them. They were constantly complaining. And when they were not complaining, they were hungry. They would eat anything I put in front of them. They would clean that plate. They would eat every crumb on that plate. They were like, damn straight, I paid for it. I'm going to get my money's worth, as they kind of joked around with the people around them. Because they love the company of knowing that they don't have, that they're lack, and that they feel like they're being ripped off with this airline price. This video is not about how much things cost. Who cares about that? This video is about you catching the vibe of what I'm talking about here, about someone that is with and some that is without. So back to economy. They were constantly asking for freebies. Can I get more free snacks? Can I get the full can of Coke? What else can I get? Can I get this? Can I get that? Can I get that? They were awake. They were getting drunk. They drank way more than the people in first class ever drank. The sales for alcohol in economy are always crazy, especially on the long haul flights. And it was always loud and impatient. Now, when I worked in first class or business class, it was quiet. There was an occasional person that would come on drunk or an occasional person that wanted a drink. But most of the time it was quiet. Half the time people didn't want to eat the food. And they had warm meals, warm rolls with caviar, all you can drink, unlimited alcohol. And they had every right for it too. They paid for it. They didn't want it. They were paying for the experience of comfort. They wanted comfort and to be at peace. They wanted that environment. That was worth it to them. They didn't care about the food. They didn't care about how many alcoholic drinks they could get for free. They knew it was there and they didn't want it. If they wanted it, they would take it. If they didn't, they didn't. Most of the time they didn't. Most of the time they came on fed or they brought their own little snacks. That was it. And they would fall asleep or read a book, or sometimes I'd see some people open up a laptop and do some work. But for the most part, it was a very, I'm good attitude. I'm good, thank you. I'm good. That's it. It was the easiest cabin to work. In the back, however, it was like the zoo. Everybody was hungry, everybody was thirsty, everybody was demanding, people were having issues. Something was going on all the time. It was like a circus back there. And I say this not because it matters if you fly economy or first class, determines if you're wealthy or not. It has nothing to do with it. I just want you guys to catch the vibe of the difference, of the thirsty, of the hunger for more, for free, for deals, compared to, I'm good, I have it, I have everything. Because when you have everything you need, you don't want anything. You're good. You know, you can walk into any store and buy anything. You know that there's more than enough food to eat. You're good. You're not wondering where the next meal comes from or where the next free sample's coming from or those kind of things. And there's nothing wrong with deals and coupons and free samples. Those are fun, but you don't need them. You're not thirsty for them. They're cool, but you don't need them. You're good with it. You're good without them. Do you see the difference? It's an energetic, you aligning to that energy of wealth, of abundance, of I don't need anything. There's nothing that I want. If I want it, I'll get it. It's no big deal. I'm good. Compared to demand, I need it. I have a deadline, but this, but that bill, but this is happening in my life and I need it. Like some of the comments like, please, I beg you, please answer my question. Or I'll get an occasional email of somebody begging me to please answer them. And it's so, you can feel where they are. You can feel their state of being where they are. And you don't need me. You can do this on your own. You can simply go within and say, well, what would it be like if I were the person that didn't need anything, that all my needs were met? But what a lot of you are doing is you're waiting for the conditions to give yourself permission to have the money, to have all the things you need before you can feel that way, before you claim yourself to be that person, or you claim yourself to be that person and then begin looking. I don't see it. I don't see it. I've been doing all of this stuff that they're saying and nothing's happening. This is BS. Both of those examples still are you're not understanding that your fulfillment within is the evidence. You don't need a 3D to show you anything. You already are it. And whatever you are in, completely satisfied within, you will see it without a doubt. But if you say, oh, I've been satisfied for a long time and nothing's changed, you wouldn't even notice that nothing's changed because you're satisfied. You know how this works. It's not a joke. It's not a prank. It's how it is. It's how the universe works. It cannot show you, the 3D, your life cannot show you anything that you don't already possess. Anything that you don't already have energetically. If you are already that person that has their desires, that has that abundance, that has that wealth, The 3D can only reflect that. It can't reflect poverty when you already are wealthy. Do you see that? But it's the refusal to believe that what you're doing inside is enough. It's the refusal to believe that your imaginal scene, that whatever you declare yourself to be is all it takes. You think that that's a joke, or that that's just feels nice. That's nice. So you move away and you go back to your 3D for evidence. No, that won't work. Only what you do within, and only you know, because you can try to fool me, you can try to fool everybody else and put in the comments that you've been doing this and it's bullshit and doesn't work. You can say that all day long. But even in those kind of comments themselves show me that you're really not in your desired reality within, that you still don't understand that you already have it. If you already have it, you will be saying, I'm good. I'm good. All right, my loves. Thanks for watching. And if you're interested, this Sunday, December 8th, is my first Money is Free live event. And I'm going to be limiting it to a certain number because I don't want it to get too big, because I'm staying afterwards to answer all your questions. And however long that takes, I'm going to be sticking around answering your questions. It will be recorded for those who attend. And it's not going to be a course for sale because this is a live event. So I'm probably going to be doing it again in January. For those of you who can't make it in December, don't worry. I'm probably going to do this again in January. So I will keep you posted. But for now, I don't know when in January. So please don't ask me because I don't know. Right now, I want to focus on December 8th. If you're interested, go to rosielive.com. The link's below. And you can sign up if you'd like. If not, that's okay. Just keep watching. See you soon. Bye.